6 signs you have found your soulmate. A soulmate is someone who we share a deep and natural connection to. They're considered to be our other half. Finding them is believed to make us feel complete and bring out the best in us. The idea of a soulmate has been around since the 1800s, as during those times people began to develop the idea that to be in a happy marriage, you must first find your other half, known as your soulmate. This is probably the reason why we often associate the word soulmate with romance. Although our soulmate is usually thought of as a romantic partner, a soulmate can also be other things, such as a close friend or family member. In this video I'm going to show you 6 signs you have found your soulmate, what each of these signs mean. Just before we get into the video, if you'd like more videos, guides and tips on the law of attraction, manifesting and building the life you want, please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out. Now, let's get started. Number 1. You just know. When we meet someone new for the very first time, it's completely normal to feel awkward and shy. At this point we're still getting to know the person, and developing an idea of what they're like to be around. However, when we meet our soulmate for the first time, the feeling we get is very similar to the feeling of love at first sight, as you immediately feel a connection with them. It's almost like you already know them, even though you don't. It's believed that we get this feeling because of how our soul's energies interact so well with each other. Some believe that you don't even need to speak to your soulmate to know, just simply noticing them, or making eye contact could be enough for you to get this feeling. Number 2. You communicate easily. Miscommunication occurs in many friendships and relationships, and in some cases it can cause big issues between people and ultimately derail the relationship if not dealt with effectively. Unfortunately, it's a common reason many people face issues with each other. However, soulmates tend to have a naturally strong foundation for communication, but this doesn't mean that you'll both get along 100% of the time. It just means that you'll both find a way to overcome any obstacles that are thrown your way, by communicating and understanding one another. This is why it's important to try and be clear as best you can, and always be open to seeing things from other people's point of view. Number 3. You can be yourself around them. In some relationships and friendships, you may feel like you have to hide certain parts of yourself because you're scared they'll judge you or leave you. You don't want to make any waves or rock the boat, so you try to fit into their perception of you. However, when you're with your soulmate, that type of fear either goes away very quickly or simply doesn't come around in the first place. In some cases your soulmate is actually a catalyst for you learning more about yourself, which leads you to becoming who you really are at heart. By being your truest self, you are your best self, which is exactly what your soulmate would want you to be. Number 4. You feel complete with them. In Greek mythology, humans began with 4 arms and 4 legs. Fearing their power, Zeus separated them in 2, which left humans forever trying to find their missing half. Now, while the story may seem a bit dramatic, there's no denying that when you're with your soulmate, you just feel complete. They bring the best out of you and make life better, to the point that it seems that if you were to separate, you may feel that life would never be as good again. There may have been a time where cutting someone out of your life felt like a relief, because they were weighing you down, but your soulmate does the opposite and lifts you up. Number 5. You love everything about each other. We all have an idea of the person we envision to be our perfect soulmate. You've probably seen one of those cheesy movies where the good girl and the bad boy fall in love, then after trying to fight it for half the movie, they can't deny it anymore and finally get together. Sometimes in life, your story can be a bit like that. While they may not be exactly as you pictured, you can't help but feel attracted to them. Any small habits that normally would drive you crazy, you actually begin to find endearing. It's important to remember that it's your connection that will bring you together. You may not be exactly the same or share all of the same interests, but you still get on amazingly well. Number 6. You feel at ease around them. During any relationship, there will be ups and downs which may leave you feeling nervous or insecure. Maybe you're thinking of making a change and you're unsure of how they'll react. Or maybe you're noticing that someone is beginning to get close to them and you're scared that you're going to lose them. Maybe you want to pursue something crazy and you're scared that they won't support you. If they truly are your soulmate, you won't have these fears. You won't be scared that someone will take them away from you, because you know that your connection is too strong for that to happen. You also won't be scared to tell them anything, as you know they will have your back and support you. I hope these signs have been helpful. Feel free to comment which one was your favorite. If you've met your soulmate and experienced any of these signs, please comment describing what happened. If you want more videos on the law of attraction and how to use it to manifest what you want, be sure to subscribe so you won't miss future videos. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.